Dear friends, welcome to our channel Physics for Beginners. First, we take a small review on the last lecture. In the last lecture, you already studied laws of simple pendulum on the basis of period of simple pendulum. T is equal to 2 pi into square root of capital L divided by small g. Here we consider the period of simple pendulum may changes due to change in length of the simple pendulum, acceleration due to gravity, due to change in mass of the bob, or due to change in amplitude of oscillations. And we studied 4 laws related to it. That is first law of length. The second law of gravity, that is law of acceleration due to gravity. The third law of mass. And fourth law of isochronous. After that, we studied seconds pendulum. So according to the law of length, the period of simple pendulum directly proportional to square root of length of the simple pendulum. So period of simple pendulum is increased by increasing length of simple pendulum. T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by g, where small g is acceleration due to gravity, and on earth value of g is 9.8 meter per second square. So here we change the length of simple pendulum in a such way that the period of simple pendulum become 2 seconds, and the simple pendulum whose period is 2 seconds, that we call as seconds pendulum. Today we are going to learn about angular SHM and its explanation by taking suitable example, and then we find differential equation of angular SHM. So today we have to study angular SHM, angular simple harmonic motion. We define the angular SHM by using concept of, or by using definition of linear SHM and analogous quantities in linear motion to rotational motion. So you already studied linear SHM, linear simple harmonic motion. Now we have to study angular SHM. In the definition of linear simple harmonic motion, we define the linear periodic motion. It is the linear periodic motion. Angular simple harmonic motion is an oscillatory periodic motion. Oscillatory periodic motion. force is necessary to produce linear motion denoted by F. Here, torque is necessary for angular simple harmonic motion, and this torque denoted by tau. Instead of force, we also consider linear acceleration. Linear acceleration denoted by small a. Here we have to consider angular acceleration denoted by alpha. In a linear motion, we consider linear displacement. Here we have to consider angular displacement. Angular displacement. Linear displacement we denoted by x. Here angular displacement denoted by theta. So you already studied the analogous quantities in a linear motion and rotational motion. For angular simple harmonic motion, there is a rotational motion of the body. So this is related with linear motion, this is related with rotational motion. So in a linear motion and in case of rotational motion, we have studied the analogous quantities. Mass in linear motion analogous to moment of inertia in the rotational motion. Force F analogous to torque. Linear acceleration A analogous to angular acceleration alpha. Linear displacement x analogous to angular displacement theta. So by using these concepts, we have to define angular SHM by using linear SHM. So the linear periodic motion of the body, in which force or linear acceleration is directly proportional to displacement from the mean position, and it is oppositely directed. Such a motion is called as linear simple harmonic motion. So here we write F directly proportional to displacement from mean position, and it is oppositely directed. So we write F is equal to minus kx. Now we have to construct the definition of angular simple harmonic motion. Now instead of linear periodic motion, what we have to take? It is the oscillatory periodic motion, in which torque or angular acceleration, directly proportional to angular displacement. Torque or angular acceleration directly proportional to angular displacement, and its direction opposite to angular displacement. So tau is equal to tau directly proportional to minus theta. So tau is equal to minus c theta. Just like K is a constant, force constant, C is a torque constant. So we define angular simple harmonic motion, the oscillatory periodic motion of the body in which torque or angular acceleration directly proportional to angular displacement, and its direction is opposite to angular displacement. Such a motion is called as angular simple harmonic motion. So when we studied definition of the linear simple harmonic motion, when linear periodic motion replaced by oscillatory periodic motion, force or linear acceleration replaced by torque or angular acceleration, instead of linear displacement we have to consider angular displacement. So we can easily define angular simple harmonic motion. Now we have to consider how the angular simple harmonic motion can be explained on the basis of suitable example. So for this we take example of torsional pendulum. This is the torsional pendulum. It is a heavy metallic disc. This is a heavy metallic disc. This is a metal wire, and this is a rigid support. When we compare it with simple pendulum, so we can say that spherical box replaced by the disc, metal disc in torsional pendulum. The string which made from cotton string in simple pendulum replaced by metal string, and rigid support is same as it is. In torsional pendulum, the metal disc attached to one end of the string at the center. One end of the string fixed to the center. Since we have to perform practical attitude, so it is through this arrangement. This metal wire, of which other end connected to rigid support. Now, when this disc twisted, when this disc rotated, suppose this disc twisted or rotated like this. This disc twisted like this or like this. About this axis passing through center of the disc, and this axis is along the length of the metal wire. So when it is twisted, the cylindrical shape of the wire is changed, and so that in that wire there is a restoring torque developed in that metal wire due to change in shape of the body. Because this wire has property of elasticity, this property related with the shape, so this elastic property is called as modulus of rigidity. Due to this restoring torque, and it is attached to the disc. So restoring torque also developed in the disc. So when this disc is released, let us consider this disc is now released. This disc is now released. So when this disc is released due to restoring torque, it performs rotational motion. This disc rotated in this sense, it is a clockwise sense. After that, it is rotated in opposite direction in anti-clockwise sense. Such oscillations, partly in clockwise direction, partly in anti-clockwise direction. Such arrangement is called as torsional pendulum. So we can easily define what is meant by torsional pendulum. A metallic disc centrally attached by the wire which suspended from rigid support. When this disc is twisted and released, it performs rotational motion, partly in anti-clockwise sense, partly in clockwise sense. Such arrangement is called as torsional pendulum. And the oscillations performed by this torsional pendulum is called as torsional oscillations. By using this torsional pendulum, we can find modulus of rigidity of that metal wire. This is application of torsional pendulum to find modulus of rigidity of the wire. Now we have to obtain differential equation of angular HHM by using torsional pendulum. We already studied torsional pendulum. So we draw the diagram of torsional pendulum. A metallic disc. This is the metallic disc. This metallic disc centrally attached, that is to the center, by the metal wire. The metal disc centrally attached by the wire, metal wire, and this arrangement suspended from this rigid support. When this disc is twisted, due to property of modulus of rigidity in the wire, torque is developed, and this torque also produces restoring torque in the disc. So when this disc is released, it performs rotational motion. Disc is twisted along this axis, about this axis, along the length of the wire, metal wire. So it performs rotational motion, partly in anti-clockwise sense, partly in clockwise sense. So that is torsional pendulum. So from this diagram we can easily write explanation. Let us consider a metallic disc of mass m having radius r. The radius of the metallic disc is r, its mass is m. This metallic disc twisted through angle theta. So theta represent angular displacement. So we write m is mass of the disk, r is the radius of the disk, theta is angular displacement, and this is suspended by using metal wire of length L, and from this a rigid support. Now this disc is in rotational motion. We have also considered moment of inertia of the disc. What we have to consider? Moment of inertia of the disc, that is I, and torque necessary for rotational motion, let it denoted by tau, and let alpha is the angular acceleration. Tau represent torque, alpha is angular acceleration. Alpha is angular acceleration. Now we derive the differential equation of angular SHM. So derivation. From the definition of angular SHM, it is an oscillatory periodic motion in which torque or angular acceleration directly proportional to angular displacement, and it is oppositely directed. So we can write torque directly proportional to angular displacement. Since both are oppositely directed, so we can write minus sign here. We have to represent tau directly proportional to minus theta. From this variation we can write equation of variation, torque tau is equal to minus c into theta. So this is equation number 1, where c is a constant of proportionality. C is a constant, and this constant is C is equal to torque divided by theta. So C is a constant which is a restoring torque per unit angular displacement in magnitude. Again we know that when the disc is in rotational motion, the moment of inertia I, angular acceleration alpha, and torque related by the equation, that is torque tau is equal to I alpha. So when we compare equation number 1 and equation number 2, we observe that left hand side of equation 1 and 2 are the same. So right hand side of these two equations must be same. So we can write I alpha is equal to minus c theta. I alpha is equal to minus c theta. So alpha is equal to minus c divided by I into theta. I alpha is equal to minus c theta. So there alpha is equal to minus c divided by I into theta. Alpha is angular acceleration. We already defined omega, angular velocity, is the rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time. We also define angular acceleration is a rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time. So alpha is equal to d dt of, put the value of omega, that is a d theta by dt. Alpha is equal to d omega by dt. Value of omega is d theta by dt. So alpha is equal to d omega by dt is equal to d dt of d theta by dt. So we can write alpha is equal to d2 theta upon dt square. So from this point 3 we get alpha is equal to d2 theta upon dt square is equal to minus c divided by theta. So we get d2 theta upon dt square plus c divided by I into theta is equal to 0. Equation number 3. This equation number 3 represents the differential equation of angular recession. Very simple. Torque is equal to minus c theta. Torque is equal to I alpha. So from these two equations we can write I alpha is equal to minus c theta. So alpha is equal to minus c divided by I into theta. Therefore alpha is equal to what? d2 theta upon dt square is equal to minus c divided by I into theta. So rearranging we get d2 theta upon dt square plus c divided by I theta is equal to 0. This equation is a differential equation of angular recession. Now we have to write what is the period of torsional pendulum. So you already studied period of simple pendulum. T is equal to 2 pi upon omega is equal to 2 pi upon in the square root linear acceleration per unit displacement. So use the analogy between linear motion and rotational motion. So we can write period of torsional pendulum is equal to T is equal to 2 pi upon omega is equal to 2 pi upon in the square root angular acceleration per unit angular displacement. So what is the value of angular acceleration in magnitude? d2 theta upon dt square is equal to c divided by I into theta. So angular acceleration divided by theta means what? Angular acceleration per unit angular displacement is equal to c divided by I. So this value comes out to be c divided by I. So we can write t is equal to 2 pi. The value in the square root is c divided by I. So we get t is equal to 2 pi into square root of I divided by c. This equation represents period of torsional pendulum.